Hi everyone and welcome back. If you are new here then hello, my name is Zoe and this is my YouTube channel. Today's makeup is going to be a nude soft glam. I want it to be quite full coverage, but I'm going to be using all neutral tones today. So this is like my kind of makeup. I'll leave here what it's going to look like because I don't know yet. So we're just going to get straight into it today. My brows are done. I've done soap brows today. My skincare is done and I don't know if I love or hate my hair in a ponytail. I never ever wear my hair up or back like this, so let me know if you like it. I just couldn't be bothered to do anything with it today. So let's get straight on to today's video. I am going to start with Louise base. I'm taking it on more of a fluffy brush today because I don't want to do like super carved out brows or anything. I'm just going to use this to kind of conceal just my eyelids. My eyelids are really like veiny. You can see all my veins and they're a little bit discoloured, so this just really helps. You could also use a concealer as well, but the P. Louise base I just absolutely love. I don't think I could do my eyeshadow without it, and I don't think I could do my client's makeup either without the P. Louise base. Next, I'm going to do a little bit of contouring through my eyes as well, so I'm going to use this, which is an old faithful of mine. It's the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Beautiful Bronze. I've used this for years and I absolutely love it. I'm just going to take a little fluffy crease brush and I'm just going to run some of this through both of my eyes. Today's makeup is going to be a little bit more sort of skin focused. I want like a really flawless skin and less on the eyes, which I think is more in at the moment. Like even clients that I'm doing at the moment, they're having more and like asking for more like softer eye makeup but still like nice flawless skin, which I just absolutely love that kind of makeup. I'm also thinking of doing more videos on like makeup artistry and like work and things like that because that is my job. So if you want to see more videos with like tips and things on being a makeup artist or becoming a makeup artist, then please let me know and I will absolutely do that. I feel like I want to do more than just tutorials on here. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in, because I always find them kind of videos really helpful. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to go over with shadows now. So again, today I use this palette all the time, so I hope you're not getting too bored, but I just absolutely love it. It's the Nip and Fab. This is the Contour Palette in dark. I'll leave everything in the description as I usually do, but this is like my favourite palette of all time. I use this all the time on clients at work. It's just so nice. If you are a makeup artist, get this palette because you won't regret it. And I also use this all the time myself as well. So the first one I'm going to go in with is this one here. And I'm just going to take that through my crease just to set that contour and then just blend outwards. These blend so effortlessly. They're just so pretty and they just suit everybody as well. I love more nude and neutral tones on myself as well. I just feel like they suit me a bit better. And then I'm just going to go in with a little bit of this one and this mainly like on the outer corner and on the outer lid as well, just on this very outer section. When there's not much left on my brush, I'm just going to flick it out, so not blending out as far as that one. So with eyeshadows, I tend to say like the darker that you go, if you want it to be like quite smoky, the darker you go, the less you want to blend it out. So with your lighter colours and your transition shades, you can really blend them out, make them look nice and airbrushed, and then you can deepen it with the darker shades and just don't blend it out as far, so you've got like a nice transition with your eyeshadow. So I'm going to keep the eyes quite matte today using just like nude neutral shades. So I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush that I used to apply the P. Louise base, and I'm just going to take a little bit more of the base and just pat it on this inner section. So I'm not like cutting the crease or anything, I just want to brighten this inner part of my eye up a bit. And then to set it, I'm just going to go over with that one. I'm just using the other side of that fluffy brush and it just makes it stand out a little bit more rather than just applying this straight over the top. Next I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner. I'm not using a black today, I'm going to use like a reddish brown. So this is Costa Riche from MAC, and it's one of my favourite brown eyeliners because it's got quite a warm undertone to it. So I'm just applying it just on the very outer corner of my eye. And I'm not going to come all the way in today, I'm going to keep it on this outer corner. Okay, so just to blend the edge of the line, I'm going to go in the first transition shade, just a little brush. And I'm just going to tape it over the edge. And this will just blend it in. Okay, I'm also going to tightline my upper waterline. And this I just think makes a massive difference. It makes like the root of your eyelash look so much thicker. So I'm just going to apply some mascara. This is the Great Lash from Maybelline. So for lashes I'm going to use these are just from Primark. I have cut them down just because I want them like more winged out just on the very outer corner. So all I've done is cut off the outer third, and I've cut them from the outer corner rather than the inner corner, so we've got a nice gradient from like quite short to quite long. So if you want a tutorial on like how I make like corner lashes, or because I always like customise my lashes, so if you want a little tutorial on that, then please let me know. So I'm just going to apply these, and I'm also, while I'm off camera, I'm just going to get that little bit of transfer off, and then I will be back in less than a second. So for skin I'm going to do quite a full coverage, so I'm going to use my NARS. This is the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm using this in the shade Fiji. It might be slightly too light, I don't know why I'm saying this because I've hardly got any tan on, but if it's a little bit light, which I think it might be, I'm just going to mix in a couple of drops of my custom cover drops from Cover FX. These are in the shade G40, so these will just add a little bit of warmth to my foundation. They're really good for like mixing, and they also add a little bit of coverage as well, but you only need like a couple of drops. So they are the Cover FX custom cover drops. Absolutely love them. They are a kit essential for me as well. So I've mixed them together. I'm just going to apply it with my beauty sponge. Like my skin's getting a little bit better as well. Week by week it's starting to come back to life a little bit. I don't know what was up with it. It was just really dull and very dry, but I have been like really consistent with my skincare the past few weeks, and that has been helping. So hopefully by springtime I'll be in like a really good routine, and I'll have like my new favourite products. So once I'm happy with all that, then I'll definitely do an updated skincare routine. The more that you press and work the foundation into the skin, not only can you build it up to a fuller coverage without it looking cakey, it will also last a lot longer as well. For concealer I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape. I'm using light medium sand at first just to kind of cover all of my discoloration, and then I'm going to use a lighter one to brighten it up a little bit. So I'm just going to use that one under my eyes and just blend that straight in. I think this has to be my favourite concealer of all time, but I did find the other day the Makeup Revolution, I can't remember what it's called, but the Makeup Revolution concealer that's like a dupe for this, and I forgot that I had it. I used it the other day, I absolutely love it, so I forgot how good that one is as well, but I think this one is my all-time favourite. I'm using the same concealer that we did the eye contour with, the Allegro Pro Concealer, but I don't like applying this straight onto my face. I feel like it dries out so quick. So I've just popped some on a little palette, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques contour brush. I'm just going to apply a little bit and blend it kind of up onto my cheek as well. It's really pigmented, so you need like the smallest amount, but I just don't like applying it straight onto my face. I feel like it dries so quick, and then it's really hard to blend. I do like to blend it up onto my cheeks though, because I feel like it kind of like bronzes me up at the same time. I don't like to use contours that are like too cool in tone. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that for now, and then I'm going to use the brighter concealer to brighten up my under eye. So that is Light Sand from Tarte as well. So I just want to concentrate maybe just there really, maybe just a little bit up there. So again, I just want this area to be quite bright. See how it just really brightens it up. Okay, love this so far. Before we set it, I'm going to do cream blush as well. If you've watched my last few videos, you'll know that I'm obsessed with these at the minute for blushes. So these are the P. Louise bases, and this one is in Pretentious Peach. And I've been using them as blushes instead of bases on the eyes because I saw like the trend on TikTok and obviously have to follow it. But I just absolutely love it. So I'm going to use that one today. I'm going to pop it on the back of my hand and like spread it round a bit like that, and then I'm just going to use my contour brush just to pat it on, and this will go with the nude tones really nice. It's just like a soft peach, so it'll just add like a little bit of flush to the cheeks but nothing too bright because I do want to keep everything like quite neutrally toned. Setting powder today, I'm going to use the Nye Cameo Powder. I absolutely love this. Again, I always forget that I've got it, but it sets so beautifully and makes like all your makeup look super flawless. So I'm going to use this one today. So I'm going to just go under my under eyes again, make sure there's no creasing, and then I'm going to kind of bake but not really bake today. So first I'm just setting my under eye and T-zone area first, just with a thin layer, just to make sure we've taken like the tackiness away. I'm going to be doing a little bit of highlighter, but I don't want it super highlighted today. I'm just going to matten it down a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit more and just pop it under my under eyes where I want it a little bit brighter and quite flawless. And then I'll just let that sit there while I do my under eyes, I think. Okay, so for under eyes, I'm just going to go in with a nude eyeliner pencil. This is from Zoeva. I think it's just called Nude, and honestly, why is lining your waterline so difficult? This also like helps disguise redness a little bit because my eyes are so red at the moment, I don't know why. Okay, then I'm going to use those two shades again, so each opposite side. And first I'm going to use the lightest one with like a fluffy brush. I'm going to run this all along my lash line, and I'm going to also like marry it to the outer part where we've kind of winged it out. Okay, then taking the darker shade on a smudger brush and just popping this just on the outer corner, just by the lash line, like closest to the lash line this time. Only on the very outer corner. Just brush it off with this. I can't let powder sit on my skin too long because I am super dry. And then I'll do a little bit of bronzer. I've actually used that as my mixing palette today because I'm gross, but this is the Makeup Revolution bronzer. I used to hate this because I thought it was quite hard to blend. Let me just take this off, else I'm going to get it all over my trousers. I had a bit of a love-hate relationship with this bronzer, but I actually really love it now. Just very pigmented, so you need to remember to like dust off your brush before you touch your face really. Okay, and then I'm going to just quickly fill in my brows with a little bit of powder. So I'm just going to use this brown out of this palette, which I always use to look through. I think it's the Illamasqua Brow Cake, but I have done my soap brows, but I've gone over them a little bit with the foundation, which I always do. So I just fill in any like sparse areas. You could just use an eyeshadow if you wanted to. I use that sometimes, but just because this is just in front of me, I'll just use this today. Okay, that will do. So highlighter next. I'm going to use this, which I used in my last video, forgot that I had it, absolutely fell in love with it. It's the Fenty Beauty Royal Icing It's just the most beautiful thing ever. I'm not going to do too much because I don't want it to be like super highlighty, but just to add a little bit of glow back into the skin. It is kind of like glittery, I want to say. This would be amazing to use as like a body highlighter as well. But just so it adds a little something, and then we're going to do lips next. So I'm just going to wipe off the lip balm that I've got on. And we're going to do a nude lip, obviously to go with our nude toned makeup. So I'm first using Bite Me lip liner from Morphe, and I do like to overline them, but I only overline like in the centre. I don't have the exact lipstick that I want to wear with it, so I'm going to use a tiny bit of the Louise base that we've just used. So I'm just going to take that on my finger because I do want it to be like pretty nude. So I'm going to pop that over the centre and then also put a little bit of the eyeshadow base over the top. And then I'm going to do a glossy lip because I never ever do a gloss. Okay, so for gloss over the top, I'm just going to use this clear one. This is from Barry M. It's the Lip Swell. And I'm going to tap the gloss over the top so I don't spread it around too much because I want the centre to remain quite bright. The very last thing I'm going to do, just to take any of the powderiness away, I'm going to do a good load of setting spray on the top. So this is the MAC Fix Plus, this is the Magic Radiance, and this just adds a little bit more life back into the skin so it's not too powdery. And then you want it to dry like as quick as possible. And then the last thing that I do, take the beauty blender and just press over the top just to make sure there's no like watermarks or anything. And then that completes our nude makeup tutorial. I absolutely love it, even though I don't really like the way my hair is. I actually really like that makeup. This is like my kind of makeup. I love nude tones. I love like neutral tones on the eyes. Super soft glam, but still like nice, full coverage and like flawless at the same time. So I really hope you did enjoy today's makeup tutorial. Let me know if you did down in the comments. Please give it a big thumbs up as well. Don't forget to subscribe and I will see you next week in my next one. Bye!